Hey StreamYarder, tired of clicking on that overlay, clicking on it to hide it, clicking on it to show it, bringing different cameras and guests and different things on and off screen in this rudimentary manual way? I'm happy to share that Scenes is finally here, and in this video, we're gonna go through how to build them out and exactly what you need to do to be able to utilize this new feature. Let's go. So here we are on the desktop looking at StreamYard Studio, already inside the studio. We're gonna be moving between two different studios here today. One that has everything built out, another that has everything not built out so that you can actually see what needs to be done. And so first of all, this is the dashboard. This is what you see when you first log in. You've got all the icons on the side here: comments, banners, media assets, style, private chat, recording. We're not going to really spend a lot of time over here except for in media assets, because that's where our assets are and we will need those to build out some scenes. But over on the left side of your screen, you have this show scenes panel. Maybe some of you have seen it already. When you expand that, it brings it out and you have a list where you can now start building out scenes. Some of you may have a default scene here already. I would recommend getting rid of it to start fresh. First scene we're going to build is a scene that includes the camera. And so we just go here and say speaker view, we click that. Now we can click to show that on the stage. Now I'm going to add my camera that actually does that scene. That scene is done. Maybe you want to do a scene where you just have a full screen flyer. Let's do speaker view again. That adds another scene. Always good to name it, right? So we just say host only on that one. On this one, we'll say show flyer. Now you're looking at this and you're saying, but that's not the show flyer. It's fine. I'm going to add my show flyer. There it is. And then actually I added in the wrong one. So let's go to show flyer. Let's click add show flyer there. And you'll see that the show flyer is here, but I'm going to remove my camera. See, I just remove my camera. I'm going to slide this one up above. So if I wanted to go live on this scene, I can simply do that, click to go live, and then click on this one to show my camera. See, click back on this one. It's got the slide. It's got the full screen flyer. Click on this one. There's the camera. This is the power of scenes. Maybe we have a intro video they'd like to play. All right, so new scene. Let's do media presentation, right? So let's click to show that scene. So now we've got this scene here. I'm going to click present. I'm going to go to video file, and we're going to go to where I have an intro video. So here I've got an intro video for a show that my wife and I do called Incubator's Couch. So intro, that's the intro video right there. Let's click to open it. That we will add to the stage, pause it, pull it back to the beginning, and then we're going to change the layout to this one. Remove my camera. We've got that video full screen ready to play. I'm going to name this intro video. And once that we have that set, I can put that here. So we now have full screen camera. We've got show flyer, and we have a video. And that video plays as soon as I click on it. Click back here, we back on the camera. Click back here, we have our intro video. That's pretty clutch. So we go back here again, go to speaker view. Let's bring this next speaker view on. I'm going to add my camera. I'm in there. This time I'm going to actually put an overlay. So I can add this overlay. And every time I come back, it will have that overlay. So I go to this one, host only. I go to this one, video is playing. I go to this one, my overlay is here. We just simply go here, double, just one time click, right? One click on the name and say host with, I'm going to just say LT for lower third, right? So at least we know what that means for ourselves as we click through these different scenes. Show flyer, host only. We have video, we have lower third. We're cooking with gas right now. So let's keep moving. Let's go new scene. media presentation. And this time I'm going to actually show that on stage. I'm going to select a different layout. I want to be clear here. Let me slow it down a little bit, and just to say that the layouts that you have already designed, some of you have created custom layouts, some of you are just using the default layouts that are there in the system. But if you created custom layouts, when you select the layout, when you select a background, when you select an overlay, they're all tied together, and that enables you to showcase whatever it is you want. So when you select the scene, the layout, the camera, the background, the overlay, all are held by the scene, which is so clutch. So let's go to our backgrounds now and take a look at what are some of the options that we have here. So I've got a background that has video. So I'm going to select that background. I'm going to go to present, go to slides, PDF. I have a slide deck here. I'm going to select a layout that puts my camera and the presentation there. And now we have this set. I've got my slides, I've got my camera, I've got my background. When I click back over here, guess what? It goes back to the layout that was there before. When I click here, it goes back to the scene, I should say, that was there before. When I click here, the scene is selected. When I click here, the scene is selected. Everything is based on the scene. Okay. Some of you maybe still tracking with me. I hope that you are. Let's do another speaker view. This one's going to be 2 people. So let's bring in 2 people. In order to do that, I'm going to share, do an extra camera, bring up my top down shot. Let's share that. Let's bring that on screen. Now we've got these 2. Instead of this background, I'm going to use this other background. And this time I'm actually going to add an overlay, right? We're going to add an overlay. Let's add an overlay. I've got an overlay here. Just added that overlay. So you've got Kirk, Stephanie, you've got the background with the lines on it, my name. This scene is ready to go. Imagine you've got yourself, your guest there. You go from that to a presentation. You can come back to your guest. You go to this one with the full screen, and the lower third, you have all these scenes designed very quickly. Let's do yet another. This time we'll do another media presentation. We'll go here, say show on stage. It's all dependent on how you have it set up. So here I'm going to actually do a layout. This is a layout that I've already designed. And in this one, I'm going to add to stage. And now I've got my top down shot, right? And myself in a circle on the bottom. That's just the way that I've designed this custom layout. If I hit edit layout, you'll see this one, I've simply made it into a circle. And this one, I've just kept it as a square. And then just change your layer priority to decide which one is on top, which one's on bottom. Once that's all set, remember the background is based on what we've already decided. So the background is already there, but I can change the background. Now it's this one. But I think the other background was probably better. So we're going to leave it at that. And here now you have that set, and this scene is set as well. So here we had guest speaker view. So let's name this one to interview, right? Let's name this one top down. Many different options of being able to do different scenes. And as you design them, you can see the power of being able to set everything up in the way that you want it and not have to worry about going back. So another one that I would like to design is a screen share. So let's do this. Let's do media presentation. And I'm going to look for my layout that I have for the screen share. Let's go to the actual scene itself. Let's name it this time. Right, so we've got screen share. I'm going to select the layout that I'd like. This is the layout that I'd like. This is the background that I'd like. And you can see now that the camera now makes sense. So now all we've got to do is click present, screen share, and look for the tab that I'm wanting to share is this one. And that shares it in. And now that we have that shared in, you can add it to the screen, add it to the desktop. So, I should say, add it to the scene. So add to stage, you can see that there. This is the screen share. And now that that's done, on the page where that website is, which is my website, howitallworks.com, you can see I have full control over that site. It's on the second monitor. And I can also click around, click back and forth. So I'm going to a different seat, top down shot, back to the screen share, over to the interview. Here's the media presentation, host with a lower third, full screen flyer. We've got a full, just the camera with no lower third. We've got the video here. There's just no shortage of ways for us to be able to utilize this setup. No shortage of ways for us to be able to utilize this setup here inside StreamYard with scenes. Now, I know this was quick, but I wanted to really show you how quickly you could basically set up your show. Now, what if you had designed your show to be able to have the workflow set up for you in that way? Many of you have never used scenes before, and so you're seeing this for the first time. I know StreamYard is going to do a town hall on this as well. The basic gist is, family, you want to set up your show flow and design your scenes so that you can essentially go from one scene to the next, to the next, to the next. And so here I've moved over to the other studio where I already have everything set and ready to go. So here we are in the first scene of the scenes that I've designed for what could be a show. It could be a show. I'm not saying that it is, I'm just saying that it could be a show. So this would be, this scene would be a full screen overlay like we did with the How It All Works logo. No cameras are added to this scene. At least they shouldn't be. Yeah. Okay. So we've got that removed. So no cameras are in this scene because you don't want yourself to be heard, and you would go live with this scene. So in this case, we may even hit the record button. After we go live, for me, what I do with my show, I do a cold open. In the cold open, I just kind of talk with camera, share some value right up front. Don't really use a countdown anymore. Boom, share that, go for it. And then once I'm done, I play my intro video, Coaching Corner with Kirk. That video plays. That video, I can just watch it. I'm going to fast forward that down here a little bit. As that's done, I click to go back to my camera, this time with an overlay. It's signifying that we're now in the Coaching Corner. And this is when I do my host's welcome. So host with overlay, you can see what that looks like there. Generally, I will start doing some Q&A, but I always have a presentation. So here you can see we're in a presentation scene. I can go through and go between the slides. And I don't know if you can see that, but I'm actually using the Stream Deck right now to go through those slides, because you can go through your slides with the Stream Deck hotkeys that you have in the system. More on that in a second. Next scene, I'm going to actually showcase a screen share, and I'm going to go to the next scene by hitting a Stream Deck button as well, which is a hotkey that we're going to dive into once we get through all of these scenes. So now I'm on my desktop. I'm showcasing something on my website. Maybe I'm showcasing something, a how-to, something that I'm teaching. I've got all that stuff designed already. The custom layout is there. The overlay is there. The camera is there. The screen share is there. Now I'm ready to move on and do my masterclass. In the masterclass, this was one that we just recently did, the launch strategy masterclass with Stephanie Garcia. But you can see the two cameras are there. The background is there. The overlays are there. And I'm just able to just with one finger click between these scenes. Now this is a different layout with the cropped overlay, two cameras. This is my podcast layout. So I've got that. I'm ready to go. I'm going to scroll down here a little bit so you can see what's coming up next. And maybe I want to showcase a video here. Now I'm in a circle on the bottom. We also have this video that's playing. This, again, very easy to design in terms of scenes, very easy to go through in terms of your structure, in terms of your show flow as well. Lastly, I'll come back to the top down shot. And in this shot is where I'll kind of showcase here that this is what my Stream Deck looks like. And I'm actually going to bring the Stream Deck interface on screen for you to be able to see that this is what this looks like. Now, you can see on here, I know it's hard. I know I'm trying to zoom in a little bit, but I have previous scene and next scene design. And this is Shift A for previous scene and Shift Z for Shift Z for previous scene, Shift A for next scene. Where did I get that? I simply go here to where you have settings on the bottom, go to your hotkeys, and you have sharing as one section, streaming and recording as another section, layouts as a section. Keep that in mind if you've got some custom layouts that you want to set up for. But then I also have next scene and previous scene here. So you have that as navigation. You will have to set that to whatever you'd like it to be. And then once you have that set to what you'd like it to be, you would just simply create a hotkey, right? So this is a hotkey. It's a system hotkey. So if you go in your Stream Deck to the system section, you see that system section there, expand that. One of those is a hotkey. You would simply drag that key onto a vacant slot on your Stream Deck, a vacant button, I should say. Drag that key. And once you drag that key, when you click into the hotkey section, you'll see that it says observing keystrokes. Now I'm gonna it's observing keystrokes. I'm going to do Shift A again, so I make sure I keep my next scene button working. So that's what you would need to do to utilize that. I'm going to hit next scene one more time here. And when I do, it brings me back to this scene, and this would be my final scene. The only thing that is left to do is play my outro and end the recording or end the broadcast. I have added my outro here as a video. And I'm just going to remove it. I'm going to add outro video, and just look what it says here. The outro video automatically plays before the end of the stream or recording. I set this as my outro video. As soon as I hit the end record button, either here on screen or on my Stream Deck, that video will play. It'll end the broadcast seamlessly. Very easy to do with the Stream Deck, but also very easy to do. This is all made possible because we now have scenes. And I'm hoping that you can see the power of what scenes can do. Hoping that you are really tracking with all the different things. Go back through the video, pause at certain pieces if you want to see what that thing is. Ask questions in the comments below. Would love to be able to engage with you. Let me know how you're going to use scenes, how this might revolutionize your live show. This is a major update, one that we've waited for a very long time from Streamyard. In fact, one of the reasons why I went in search of other platforms is because I needed something that gave me this type of functionality. Scenes is a major update for Streamyard, and hoping that you're still rocking with them. You weathered the speed bump of the price increase, and you're still rocking with Streamyard. You can now utilize this function, this feature, to take your live shows and your content creation to the next level. Speaking of next level, you want to check out some of the Streamyard functions and features that they've been rolling out. And in this playlist right here, I go over many of the functions and features that Streamyard has releases. I have one there that will go over the AI clips. I have one there that goes over some of the other new features that they've just recently rolled out. So definitely something to check out. Click there, check out the playlist, see what you can learn, and I will see you in the next video. Grace and peace, fam.